Right.
Sweet.
It is an absolute pleasure to be welcomed by Alfie Templeman on the show. How you doing?
All right. Yeah, man. I'm great. How are you, man?
Yeah, I'm good. You're full of energy. This is good.
Hey, I'm feeling it. It's in the air. It's in the air, Simon. Come on.
I mean today it's raining, but this is the
Uh,
energy of summer.
it's not raining here. I'm just about holding on, I think. Somehow. But
Right. This is the first time we've met. So
yeah.
I've got 5 just quick fire questions just to kick things off, just to ease us in.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, let's get ready.
Go on, let's go.
Right. What was the last album you listened to?
It was Yellow House by Grizzly Bear.
Okay, cool. What is your favorite TV show?
Oh no, that's so hard to narrow it down to one.
One of your favorites then?
Breaking Bad.
Quality choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's undeniably great.
Yeah. What was the last gig you went to that wasn't your own?
Last gig I went to, it wasn't my own. That was a while ago, actually. It must have been. Hang on, can I cheat and check this one?
Yeah.
I actually can't remember what the last gig I went to was. Let's have a look. Who was it? I think it might have been. Okay, so I reckon it was at Ronnie Scott's.
Okay.
It was the Finn Carter Quartet, and do you know there's a band called Black Midi?
No.
They're really good, but the drummer Morgan, who I think is probably the best drummer of right now, he's actually insane. He was the drummer for them, and I kind of freaked out and met him afterwards and was nearly crying because he's like such a legend to me. But yeah, I think that was the last gig I went to. Yeah.
Okay. Where are we? So, what is your favorite social media to use?
I hate them all, but
Yes.
if I had to pick one, you see, no, because I'd say Twitter, but that one makes me really anxious. I don't like Instagram because everyone's trying to put on something that they're not. TikTok is horrible because it's just horrible. So I think I'm going to say Reddit.
Yes. Oh, there's somebody else that doesn't like them, but
Yeah,
like
it's horrible.
Right. The last quick fire question is: at what age should you stop getting Easter eggs?
Never. You should always get Easter eggs. Always. Yeah, I think you should always have Easter eggs. They're good.
Yeah.
They're the best.
Right. I'm quite happy with that one. I'm going to tell my mum. Even she says,
You got me. You've just done that question for you to prove to your mum that you should never not have Easter eggs.
Pretty much. She's like, "You're a 33-year-old man. Buy them yourself." I'm like, "No,
you should. Yeah, give me my Easter eggs. Come on.
I am a child still at heart.
Yeah, absolutely. Always. It's Easter, baby.
Right. Yeah. It's great to finally have you on the show. We've been playing you a lot. There is a brand new single that is coming out tomorrow, but when this interview goes out, it will already be out. But I've had a sneaky listen. Yeah. So the brand new single is out now. Color Me Blue.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful, isn't it?
Oh, thanks. Thank you. I'm glad that you say that, especially considering that you like metal. So the fact that you like this as well.
Oh, no. See, I started off liking metal, and I still love metal. That's kind of what really got me to music. But since working on radio, like I've opened up to so many more. Like,
so much. Yeah. That's great. That's the thing with radio, isn't it? Just like there's so much that goes on. I find stuff all the time that I would have never thought I'd like, but on radio, it hits different.
I think my favorite thing that's ever happened is this is many years ago when iPods were still a thing. You used to plug them into your car. I was driving my mum somewhere, and it went from Take That's Greatest Day into Slayer Raining Blood. She just looked perplexed and didn't know what to do. Like, okay, I was enjoying
That's
that.
awesome. What a transition.
Yeah, I mean, it worked for me. Yeah, it's just a slightly different pace, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit. A few different dynamics in there.
Yeah. So one thing with you is, I was like, I always hate doing it, but like you always compare artists to other artists. It's just kind of like a natural thing.
I do.
And I was thinking, with your last few singles, there's a real wombat-y sort of vibe about them. And then I noticed you're supporting them on tour in Australia.
Yeah, I'll take that. Thanks. It's almost as if they wanted me to come along with them. Yeah. No, yeah, no, totally. I love Wombat. The thing I love the most about Wombats is their guitar sound. It's kind of like quintessential British like indie rock, but it's so good.
Yeah.
They're just great. They sound so good live as well, like unbelievably
Oh
good.
yeah, they are. Because
Yeah,
there's a thing. Like you talk about tones, like there's like this sort of movement at the moment, like sort of indie sort of world. I think that's like this. There's a real 80s sound to the guitar,
yeah,
which I'm
yeah,
absolutely loving.
yeah. I think I do that subconscious. I definitely go 80s sometimes, but it's mostly because we were talking about this earlier. I like Rush, and I really like the guitar tones of Rush, and they're very chorusy and very just open and mostly in 7/8, which I'm not really doing, but no, I really like chorusy guitar. Like,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like an 80s staple, I suppose. So,
There's,
yeah.
it's definitely coming around at the moment. Like I think there's like you. I think people like Bieber Doobie, people like that. There's that sort of real like.
She's quite 90s, isn't she? She's like she likes Pavement a lot.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
definitely that guitar tone, like late 80s, early 90s. That sort of like
Yeah.
mixture is
Yeah.
now coming around again, and I love it because it's such a good
Yeah.
sound.
No, it's great. It's like amazing. Yeah, I just like guitar in general, to be honest. I just like guitars.
Because you pretty much play everything, don't you? Like
Yeah, on my records, I play everything. Yeah, I wouldn't say I play everything well. I'd say I play guitar well, and I'd say I'm a good drummer. Sometimes, like when I'm in a good mood, I think I'm a good drummer. But yeah, I'm still getting better at all the other things that I pretend to be able to play well.
Yeah.
So
What was the first instrument that you started to learn to play then?
drums.
Drums.
Yeah,
Yes.
started off with drums. Yeah, I'm a drummer at heart, really. Like, still where my heart lays on the drum set.
It's the indie Dave Grohl.
Yeah, the really bad indie version of Dave Grohl. Yeah.
So what kind of got you first into drumming?
It's the same thing. It was Neil Peart and also watching John Bonham as well. But it was because my dad had to do a job somewhere and he did it at his mate's house, and I just came along because no one else was at home, so he was just looking after me. And his mate didn't really have anything that you could give like a 7-year-old, so he gave me a Rush DVD, and I was just hooked. I was like watching YYZ. I was like, boom, 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 boom. I was learning all the parts. It was great. It was awesome. That's how I got into drums, and then I got into like Buddy Rich. I got into like proper jazz drumming. I'm really into like Billy Cobham's kind of playing, and also a band called Can. They have a really good drummer as well. So all of that kind of stuff.
See, what I love about drumming is they always say the two hardest forms of drumming are metal and jazz.
Mm.
And sort of Rush sort of sit there and like, well, he's just ridiculous. Like his drumming is insane.
Yeah, I think it's in the middle, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Prog rock, the best. But yeah, no, metal's. I can't play metal drums actually. My mate can really well because I grew up listening to Slipknot with my mate Joss, and he's the guitarist in my band. But he's just an amazing metal drummer. Whereas I'm more jazz. I play more like jazz drums, bit like people really overlook Phil Collins, right? Because he was a really good drummer in his prime.
Oh yeah,
and he plays kind of jazzy but kind of rocky. But like I'd say that's kind of what I play like, kind of like him.
I mean, that's not a bad person to be compared to.
Oh,
or try to aspire to be.
No, I think he's great. I think he's awesome. I think he writes great songs and he plays amazing drums as well.
Because one thing he does with drums, which the same Roger Taylor does in Queen, which he makes a song that you can hear just by the drums. Like if you took everything else away and played the drums, you could be like, that I know that Phil Collins song.
That's a really good point, actually. I think that's the same as John Bonham, though. I think you can listen to John Bonham and instantly, before even knowing the song, you just know it's him playing it, if you get what I mean.
Like,
he's got such a specific sound to him. And I guess it's the same as Keith Moon as well. Like when you listen to Keith Moon's playing on The Who, you could easily just know it was him.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone else can play like that. Because I don't think even he knew how he played like that.
He didn't. He was always drunk when he played.
Maybe that's the answer. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, maybe it's not. I mean, judging by the fact that he died very young, I don't think it is.
It's definitely not. One thing I wanted to ask, obviously, because you're quite young and you're still kind of starting out, has there been a point yet where you're like, wow, this is my job. Like, this is my life now. Like, has there been one of those moments where you're like standing on a stage or doing a certain interview or somewhere and you're just like, what? This is it? This is me?
I literally get it most shows. Like there will be a point in the set where I'm just like, holy shit. Yeah, get it all the time. Get it every day, to be fair. You know, because it is my job. Like my job is being me and making music, and that's quite crazy to take in sometimes. But you know, I've been putting music out since I was about 13, 14. Yeah. So I feel like early on when I was like leaving school, I had kind of like a revelation in my head where I was like, wow, this is me now. I'm making music for the rest of my life kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty powerful stuff.
Has there ever been like set goals that you've had, like you want to achieve X, Y, Z, and then you'd be like happy to get to that level?
I don't particularly do that. I mean, there's been a few recently that I've actually managed to tick off my bucket list. Like, I mean, doing like a Triple J session or like doing a live lounge session or something.
Yeah.
Stuff like that is really cool. But that's more like stuff that I dreamt about when I was about 14, 15. And now I'm here. And I'm not saying it isn't as good as it seems, but actually, like once you get to a certain stage, like it's your job and it becomes work, and you realize all the effort that you actually have to put into these things. So I'm just more interested in making amazing songs that I can play at these sessions. You know, that's as far as my thinking goes with aspirations.
I like that. All right, so obviously we've got the debut album coming out. Not that long left to wait now. Mellow Moon.
No, surprisingly close.
Of May.
Yeah, 27th of May. Yeah, wow.
How long has this been in the works? So, what's the oldest song on this record?
Oldest song is the first song. I started it off with saying that, the last song I wrote when I was 14.
I'd say that's pretty old.
Yeah, 5 years, but I obviously added new stuff to it and re-recorded it. But the first song that I actually recorded on the record is the first song, A Western. And it's me playing drums in my dad's shed. My dad's a builder, so I put all my drums in his shed and recorded the drums. So they got like a really cool sound. But I started it when I was 17, so May 2020. Finished it last summer, when I was 18. So I only took a year.
Not bad.
Quite quick.
And yeah, so what can we expect from it? Are the singles that we've had so far pretty much a sign of what we're going to get from the album?
No, not at all. Yes. The singles are like, yes, I hate the singles.
No. I like the fact that it's different though. I like the fact that it's not just the same.
I get you. Yeah, no, totally. I agree. No, it's a really good thing to have, isn't it? Like, so yeah, the first couple singles were quite poppy. Then I dropped one that was completely different called Leaving Today, which was like me playing cello. It's a bit of like a crooner, like almost slight ballad kind of thing, but not really a ballad. And then Color Me Blue is a bit more up tempo, upbeat, with happier lyrics and all of the other ones I put out. And then this song's like Just Below the Above, which is the one I wrote when I was 14, which is like Pink Floyd-y, kind of Queenie in parts, bit Radiohead. A Western's an R&B song, it's nothing to do with indie or pop or anything. There's indie in there definitely as well, but I'm just doing my own thing. Like I'm just mixing stuff, really.
No, I like that. You just draw inspiration from what you love and making what you want to make, which is great.
No concept albums yet.
No, and I love the fact you mentioned Radiohead because they are by far the greatest band that have ever existed. But
they are absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
absolutely awesome. What's your favorite Radiohead album?
Oh, see, I always go to Kid A, and everyone's like, "Why?" I'm like, because it's amazing.
It is amazing. I think I might agree with you. Kid A was always my favorite one growing up because it was so weird.
Yeah, because everything in its right place is just
everything.
It's a haunting way to start an album.
Yeah, it's awesome. That and what's the last song on it? How to Disappear Completely.
Yeah, that's just beautiful and haunting. Yeah. But then also,
what's the last? Motion Picture Soundtrack. That's the last song.
Yeah, but then also, what's the one with the drums? It's just gone out of my head. Begins with an I.
Oh, Idiotech.
Yes. The drumming on that.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's the same as the national anthem.
Yeah.
The one that's like dun 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 dun.
Yeah, and then the trumpets and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's the same thing as that Queens of the Stone Age song where it like builds up and just turns into a racket.
Yes, I know.
I lost my headache.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, no, and also Radiohead Live are one of the best bands ever.
Yeah, I heard. I haven't seen them live, but I've
Oh,
always imagined do they still play 2+2=5? Because I've always like thought about them playing that live whenever I listen to that song.
yeah, I have seen it. I think they played it when I saw them at the Roundhouse. I think they played that.
Wow, at Camden.
Yeah, a few years ago they did the Roundhouse.
That must have been insane.
Yeah, it was. My wife's not a fan, but she got dragged along anyway.
Forced her to go to the Radiohead concert.
Pretty much, because she made me go to Adele. She didn't make me go to Adele, but like she's a bigger fan than Adele.
Fair enough.
So like we went to Adele, and I was like, oh, we did buy tickets for Adele. Let's get some Radiohead tickets.
You guys are both trying to make each other cry.
Yeah, pretty much.
Come along and be sad.
I
Adele's sad. Radiohead's sad.
I then dragged her to Eminem. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
We need to wrap this up quick. Right, so quickly, we've got you coming down to Southampton to do an in-store at a place I can never pronounce. It's Venlo Records.
Venlo, that's it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'm saying that right. They're also Victoria's Festival as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Southampton seem to apparently like me, so
we do.
I'm quite excited to come back. Actually, last time I played Southampton was the Guildhall. That was like 3 or 4 years ago with Sundar Karma. Yeah, a while back now.
Yeah, I was at that show.
Yeah. Wait, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we interviewed Sundar Karma before the gig.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's it. That church is so weird.
Yeah, is it
a church?
No, it's just a big hall, but it's a weird place, a weird venue.
Oh, like a church.
I can see why you get that vibe. It's very high ceilings.
Well, I swear the backstage area was haunted.
Probably.
Where?
Right. So obviously we've got the debut album coming out, Mellow Moon, 27th of May. Really looking forward to it. We've got you in Southampton at Venlo Records doing an in-store on the 2nd of June. Also Victoria's Festival at the end of the summer. It's going to be an amazing time. We look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Thank you very much, Alfie Templeman.
Oh, thank you. Cheers, Simon. Thank you very much.
Cheers. And we'll see you in Southampton.
Cheers. Yeah, see you there, mate. Yeah, it'll be wicked. Yeah, cheers, man. Nice to talk. All right, take care, man.
You too.
See you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Later.